Let's talk today about why my enemies don't shoot back. People always want to know, well, why do streamers, their enemies just don't shoot at them? Are they in bot lobbies? Well, a lot of people say they're in bot lobbies. This is going to be a breakdown of a 20 kill game in a 1.37 average KD lobby. Very sweaty lobby. I dropped 20 kills, and I'm going to be giving you some tips, some things to pay attention to that will allow you to still have success. We're just going to be breaking down this gameplay. Now, first things first, I want to talk about anticipation and centering. Anticipating enemies around every corner. Notice how I'm centering my crosshairs. We're able to get this first kill right here. And one thing that I'm not going to focus too much on is going to be aim and movement, but understand that part of winning in a sweaty lobby and having success is being able to take less damage, winning your 50-50 gunfights, which is where a lot of you struggle. We're also going to be talking about a little bit about the regain process. I've got 1 kill so far. We're going to go ahead and challenge another one. The other thing I'll tell you is that dying is okay. I'm going to show you how I die. I die 3 times throughout this game, one of which is the very last. It's basically for me to lose the end game, which is okay. We'll talk about that as well. My whole goal is to help you become a better Rebirth player. Now, here's death number 1. As I'm pushing in, I'm going to go ahead and turn this corner, and I'm going to show you exactly what this kill cam looks like. This is the first super sweat that I run into, and watch what the kill cam looks like. A little bit of unfortunate COD timing because I don't have information that he's actually here. He executes well. We end up landing over this way. Now, the other thing that I want to pay attention to, anticipation and centering is the first thing. I want to talk about pace of play here because we don't get off to a great start, but I still drop 20 kills. And what you're going to notice is first circle, not really much going on. Second circle here or there. But as we get later in the game, I start getting that momentum back. I start piecing together kill after kill based on the information that I get after I get a kill. I check the minimap. I notice where those teammates are. I'm able to immediately go challenge. And a lot of what we're going to be looking at in this specific video in terms of why my enemies don't shoot back or how do I get high kills in sweaty lobbies is how do I go about winning my 50-50 fights. So we're going to go ahead and push over here. I see that one is in this way based on the minimap right there. I'm going to pull back. You can see right here based on the minimap, and I can check the minimap right there to see if I have enough, or I check my ammo to see if I have enough and where I'm at, and we're going to go ahead and push in. Now, look at the centering as I'm kind of positioning, right? This right here is something that I want a lot of you to work on. Now, this isn't perfect centering, but it allows me to be prepared if an enemy is actually around this corner. And this is what I, slide canceling around these corners. Look at when I actually center my crosshairs, right? So my crosshairs are already centered where I think people are going to be. Is there anybody there? No, but if there is, then I'm ready, and I'm constantly doing that throughout the game, trying to figure out where people are. Now, we're going to go ahead and push over here. I'm going to push up, try to see what I can find. We're going to end up rotating over to Loadout. Now, one thing that I do want to mention here, and I'll just go ahead and get it out of the way, I'm going to actually put the lobby stats up here so that you can kind of see how the breakdown is of the actual KDs. But look, this player is, they get Loadout down. They were kind of in the middle, but, little bit of awareness or lack of awareness there. In every sweaty lobby, there are players who still aren't as good. There's kind of this middle section. The average KD is, where's that middle section? There's still going to be players who aren't as good. Now we're pushing in. We're going to go ahead and challenge this one. Now, remember that super sweat in control? Now I'm going to take the advantage here. I know where he is. And I don't know this isn't super sweated, it just ends up being. And watch how not only do I anticipate, but I drop shot here. I use my movement to my advantage. Quick stim, and this is just nasty. And what I want you to notice about drop shotting, because a lot of people ask me this question, when do you drop shot? You drop shot in these super close quarters, because what happens is I'm going to go ahead and stim. I'm going to go ahead and push around here. And as I push around, look at me drop under where he's shooting. Notice that I'm below his scope, and he has to yank that down in order to get a kill on me. But I'm able to still execute there. We're back up. We get the down and the thirst. Where's the information? One over in Grandma's house, one flying in kind of by Grandma's house. Now we're going to go ahead and push all the way back here. A lot of people over this way. Not really anything sticking out except for this one to my left here. Notice this one is on my level to the left, and I'm just going to preemptively slow this down for you. So I'm going to preemptively slow this down. Watch the strafing. When we talk about how to win 50-50s, watch the strafing right here. I don't center perfectly, but we're still ready. And notice how I'm strafing left and I get a little jump in. That's what allows me to win that gunfight. And now we're going to get that thirst. One flying in above. Now, could this guy flying in above that's right here drop down? Absolutely. That's why I'm so, focused on the minimap. And you're going to, let me pull this back here and I'll show you. Watch my eyes right here. Watch my eyes. So right here, I'm kind of checking. I check again. Where is he? Did he drop down or is he still above me? Still above me. And I give him one more ping. Knowing that I'm in an okay spot, I give it one more ping to see if he drops down. Now, if there becomes an arrow or a dot with no arrow, and I know he's on my level, I can immediately go challenge that as soon as I'm full plated. So we're going to go ahead and keep moving here. Try to see what I can find. I know there's one back over this way, trying to help my teammates a little bit. And I'm just clearing this whole backside area. I do have enough money for a UAV, so that's kind of one thing that I am thinking about is, can I get a UAV up here? We're going to play this way. We're going to get Deddy. By the way, you can hear my teammates. You don't hear me. I actually took out my audio here just to take out, like, me live commentating some stuff. I just want to focus on the gameplay breakdown. We've got a lot of people up this way, and notice we're kind of slowing down. Second circle, only I'm going to say only 5 kills, but understand it's still 5 kills. This is good pace for a 20 bomb. 5 to 6 in the first circle is what we're looking for. But it's not anything crazy. It's been kind of a slow early game to start, but we're going to pick up that momentum in a little bit, and that momentum is going to be based on constant information. We're going to go ahead and pop UAV, see where everybody is. And you can see me checking chat and stuff. You know, we're just kind of going. And look, when you are in this situation, if you're not streaming and you're just playing, like, you should be paying attention a lot more to the minimap, understanding where people are, but also where are they rotating to. I think that's the biggest thing that people struggle with. 2 things that I think people struggle with is where are people and where are they actually rotating to. While I mount here and have awful shots, I'm actually probably better off not mounting. But 2 places I think people struggle is not only where are they moving to, but anticipating where they're actually going to be. Now, I get one right here. Now, this is a very predictable play right here. Where would you think that this person's going to be? I'm going to guess that this person is right here. We are able to hit shots there. We're able to get the down and the thirst. Notice that I'm not in any harm or there's no enemies close by. Real quick, by the way, if you are looking to get better at Rebirth, just consider hitting that subscribe button down below. My whole goal is just to help you progress as a Rebirth player. I do videos every single day. I live stream on YouTube 4 days a week. So if you want to know when I'm posting and going live, make sure you turn on that notification bell. Join our growing Noti gang. Now, back here, I've got a lot of cash here. I've got $9,000. I see that there's arrows above me. Real quick, you know, if there's an arrow above, that person's above you. If there's no arrow at all, they're on the same level. If there's an arrow below, that means they're below you. Now, notice this right here, because I want you to understand how this happens. I know that somebody's above me, right? But if we pull back to right here, notice that this person's kind of in this little corner. Could this person be top prison? 100%. Now, I hear some shooting out front. I'm going to go ahead and be ready for this person here before I clear prison. Now, if this person's not in this little corner back here, then I'm going to go ahead and start to clear top prison and work that way. So I'm going to check here. Now I see fighting, right? Fighting down below me. Notice the air is below. So I'm going to go ahead and challenge this way. Play a little bit more patient. We get the down, we get the thirst, and here's death number 2. It's the super sweat again. He just plays that corner well. I end up breaking in my teammates there. I probably give up a little bit too early. I actually think my teammate could have gotten that last kill potentially. I'm not sure. Watch his centering, though. Look at his centering, right? So you talk about really good centering. And look, we were in a good position to kind of get that kill. But watch how he centers around this corner. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about good centering. Right? He's right on me. He hits all of his shots, and I get him very low health, but because he centers and anticipates, he's able to win that 50-50. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drop back in on my loadout here because I know my teammates are floating around. I know I'm in an okay spot. I got a lot of protection versus trying to land loadout. Real quick here, just something to think about. If I try to go land loadout and I die, that's it. You know, I basically can't get loadout. If I fly back in here, grab my guns, then I at least have loadout guns. I don't have perks. I don't have quick fix. I don't have combat scout, but I still technically have overkill. I have both my guns. So I'm still in a good spot to challenge here. You know, quick fix is helpful, not a full necessity. It helps when you're starting to 1v3 and 1v4 more. Same thing with combat scout. I love combat scout because of the ability to take away somebody re-challenging you. That live ping is a huge advantage in my opinion. Amped never really comes into play for me very often. We're going to go ahead and challenge this way. We're going to shoot around this corner, and then we go play this angle. Notice I give myself a little bit of cover to slide around. We get the down, we get the thirst, we hit the throwing knife as we always do. I'm like the best person at throwing knives. It's actually incredible, especially when somebody's right there. I go straight down, I bounce it over the person. I actually call it a trick shot, but hey, you know what? We'll roll with it. Now, a bunch of people down below here. We're going to see what we can find. I got one down below right here. I see the second one on the roof. One there. This one right here. Boom. We get the down, and we end up getting smoked by this guy. So quick stim. Now, notice I have a lot of cover. I'm not in, that person's not going to be able to thirst me, right? If I go down there, my teammate's right there with me. Not going to be able to thirst. So now we take a different angle. We're trying to see what I can find, knowing I got to be a little bit careful. One thing here, just a quick tip. You know, you and your teammate should be peeking from different angles. So it's a little bit risky, and it's especially in sweaty lobbies, it's very easy to get torched, and both of you go down in that situation, then you can't revive. So be careful about peeking the same angles. Right around the corner, we're going to anticipate. We hit all of our shots there, and notice that there's two people up above on roof. So we're going to go ahead and rotate over. We've got 10 kills. Notice nothing crazy. Haven't done anything yet, but we're still going to finish with 20 here. We're going to go on a nice little run here in a second, trying to see what I can find. Quick UAV. Watch this. I'm going to slow this down preemptively. We're going to slow this down. UAV up. There's the mini-map look, right? So there's me checking the mini-map. There's me understanding that there's a person to my right, very close to me, on my level. So I immediately go execute on this. We're able to get the down. We're able to get the thirst right there. Now, one over on buy station to my left. I got this guy that I thought was above me, but he ends up flying in. We get clustered. Look at this, all these cluster strikes right here. A little bit of a risky situation, but we're going to go ahead and be able to get inside. I'm last alive. Got to stay alive here. Now, what I was concerned about was this guy right here challenging me. I was a little bit worried about that guy challenging me from up top, so I'm going to give him a little second. I mean, I'm full plates. The moment I see that he's not really pushing, I'm going to go ahead and push back. Now, we got one on my level. We got one over by buy station. Got to be careful here. Watch this play right here in terms of executing and pace of play and having confidence in my information. So I'm going to go ahead, play a little bit patient off the approach, which I always talk about. We get the down, give up, right? One down below. Immediately go challenge here. We're going to stim to get the speed boost. We're going to center around the corner. And even though I take damage, I'm going to still be able to get that kill. And right here, let's go ahead and pull that back real quick. Let's slow it down for you to really see. Watch the centering around the corner. Centered around the corner, and then strafe to the right. Notice I strafe to the right a little bit there. Allows me to get that kill and win that gunfight. We've got 13 kills. We got 4 other teams alive. We've been playing a really good game so far. We've had that unfortunate death early game where the guy just a little bit of COD timing on me. We're going to get UAV up. We've had the one death that was in prison. Good play by that guy. Now we're going to go ahead and push down here. Sway's going to go down, and we're going to go ahead and be able to one tap that guy. We're going to third party, and we're able to track this guy perfectly. Boom, we get the down. There's one kill right there. We get the throwing knife on the second guy right here. Now we have 15 kills, and I want you to notice this momentum, right? Kind of a slower game, but 4 kills just going 1, 2, 3, 4 because I get 2 teams basically that are playing a little bit closer together. I'm able to get that first player down and then execute on the second one. So once again, guy out front here, we're going to hit all the shots. This guy's not happy at all. Not at all. So we get UAV up, and we're kind of in a tough spot. Look at where everybody is. And right here, it's kind of tough. I can't tell if they're kind of up on that ledge or if they're down below me. So I'm actually going to go ahead and play down below. But notice they're not moving. They're just holding down the fort here. I'm trying to see what I can find. I'm ready. Watch this play. I don't even know what to say about this one. This is just... I mean, that's just using movement. That's just... I have no words. I don't know. That's just a good kill right there. So we're going to go ahead and push in. Now, notice pace of play. Right here, I've got a bunch of people in front of me. I'm full plated. I'm ready to go back in. And notice they haven't moved. Like, nobody's actually moved, so they're probably not going to move now. Quick reload, and now we need to breach this. Now, my teammates going a little bit aggressive here, which they are they are members of my community. This was member night. They're still working on getting better, and this is just a learning lesson. They go in way too hot. So my whole goal is to take out this first player. Why? He's in a room isolated by himself. And I know that I can take him out and still be in an okay position to reposition away from those next players. So we're able to hit shots there, and that's the element of surprise. That is the fact that that person doesn't know that I'm there, yet I know that he's there. We anticipate, we're ready, we hit shots, we're able to get that down and thirst, we hit that throwing knife. So now we go ahead and push back, we're going to plate up, and notice now they're actually pushing over. Now they're starting to push my teammate, and he ends up getting caught in a weird spot. Orange Juice goes down. Pops is going to be over to the right. Sharp is over to the right as well. And I'm going to focus on taking a different angle here. I know that they're still down here. I'm hoping that I can get a nice, easy pick from this way. And I don't want to push in here because the moment I push into this room, I'm in a very bad spot. I have no cover. Now I'm in a position where I have to finesse. If I'm right here, I'm in a good position to kind of just wait for them, try to get an easy knock. One flying in over this way. This is the same guy. I kind of feel bad, but he kept trying to fly in on Loadout. That's not my problem. I always tell you, try landing on Loadout one time and then give it up. If you can't land on it once, it's going to be very, very risky to do again. Now I'm going to go ahead and take top here. My teammates are unfortunately all dead. I probably could have bought back here now that I see it. That was kind of hindsight. Everybody's below me. We've got a 1v9 situation with 19 kills. We get one right there. Now, I don't know where this guy went. I have no idea. Oh, I think he jumped out the window now that I see it. He jumped out that window. And I'm trying to play this a little bit more patient. I don't want to put myself too far in the action here. There's still 4 teams. So not only are you talking about 4 teams being in one building, like this is an opportunity to get shot in the back from somebody camping in a corner who hasn't moved in quite some time. So I'm trying to play this a little bit more patient. I'm going to end up getting a kill out to the right side here as I use a little bit of audio. I hear him stomping around. So we're going to go ahead and take advantage of this kill. Yes, I'm using the EM2, by the way. If you haven't seen the EM2 in action, I just posted a video on my second channel, or I'm posting a video on my second channel tomorrow. I'll go ahead and link my second channel down in the comments. We're doing a bunch of high kill rebirth loadouts. Now, one person down below. 7 other people. I'm going to go ahead and immediately challenge, and this is kind of the downfall. This is the first step of me losing this game, is I anticipated being in that corner, end up not seeing him straight back here. You know, hindsight being 20/20, of course I know he's there, but I end up not seeing him. Now, I'm not in a bad spot yet. The mistake was not playing a different angle. You know, I know that everybody's down below here, and all I had to do was quickly replay it. Now, right here is where I end up losing this game. I take a ton of damage there. They're all fighting, which is fine. And the last thing I'll tell you is, where's your power position? Where's your cover? You know, I'm trying to get to that water tower area, or I probably should have pushed left here. I just did not anticipate, after all of those minimap pings, that somebody was actually going to be above me, right? So what ends up happening is here, I preemptively precision that 500 IQ play, because, you know, that is going to push right into them as they're having to rotate to me. But unfortunately, I'm low plates here, and this guy ends up being above, kind of on that top level, which I didn't expect at all. He must have played that way around. So I hope you found today's video helpful. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.